Alright everyone, so this is the second part of the online learning assignment number 1 for Algebra 1. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the classwork part of the assignment now. I'm just going to go over problems 3 and 4. My expectation is that you do problems 5 and 6 on your own, given the information in problems 3 and 4. So you might need to watch this video more than once, and that's totally okay. But make sure you take notes and pay attention to what I'm saying in problems 3 and 4. So that way you can complete problems 5 and 6 on the back of the handout or on the second page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in now. So for the classwork part, Rachel is trying to solve the system on the right hand side. Read through and answer the guiding questions. So for problem 3 it says combine the equations above, what happened? So let's go ahead and take a look at our equations. We have 2x plus y equals 10 and 3x minus 2y equals 11. Equals 1. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just rewrite those equations right here. So I have 2x plus y equals 10, and I have 3x minus 2y equals 1. Now when they're talking about combining the equations, they're just talking about adding or subtracting the equations together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just add the two equations together, and I get 5x minus y equals 11. Okay, the reason they want you to pay attention to this is because when we combine these equations, right, I'm still left with two variables. Now, do I know what x is and do I know what y is? No, they could be a number of things depending on what x and what y are, right? So, well, if adding didn't work, why don't we go ahead and subtract? So I'm just going to rewrite these two equations here, but now I'm going to subtract them, or find the difference between them. Okay, when I do that, I have 2x minus 3x is negative x, y minus 2y, well that's positive 3y, remember double negatives are positive, and I have 10 minus 1, which is 9. That still left me with two variables in either equation. So the question here is does elimination method work? So I want you to pause right here and think about this for about 30 seconds. Does the elimination method work? Okay, so now that you paused and you thought about it, you're probably thinking, well, no, it doesn't work, right? Because you have an x and a y left still, right? So that's what you need to explain under the what happened part. Okay, just write a sentence right here below. Showing me that you watched this video and that you understand that part. Okay, so problem 4. Is 2x plus y equal 10 the same line as 4x plus 2y equals 20? That is, do they have the same solutions? Are the graphs the same? And justify your conclusions. So let's see, I have 2x plus y equals 10, and I have 4x plus 2y equals 20. Okay, so let's look at both these equations. So the first equation, well, that was the equation that we were originally given, correct? Okay, but let's look at the second equation. Notice that they're all divisible by what? They're all divisible by 2. So if I factor out a 2, I'm left with 2x plus y equals 10. Notice that this equation and this equation are the same thing, but the only difference is being multiplied by 2. So what does that mean mathematically speaking? Well, that means if we had a graph, and I'm just going to go ahead and sketch a graph right here. If you want to get fancy and sketch it on Desmos, you can. But if I were to graph the equation, it would probably look something along this line, along like this, okay? Because this will be a negative slope when you move it to the other side, okay? But if I graph both of these lines, I'm going to get the same line on top of one another. So that means they have the same solutions. In fact, they have infinitely many solutions, okay? So the graphs are the same. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and explain that briefly right here in 1 to 2 sentences. okay, what I just described. And if you need to, go back and rewatch this video again. And then once you're done, go ahead and answer problems 5 and 6 on the back hand side. And then you're going to go ahead and complete the practice problems, and there will be another YouTube video for that.